3 worst and 4 best Kawasaki motorcycle engines to ride forever. Looking at Kawasaki motorcycle engines to ride forever? You're about to discover which power plants will clock 100,000 miles with just oil changes, and which ones will drain your wallet faster than a track day burns through rear tires while having you check your oil gauge like it's a countdown timer. What's up, riders? Today we're diving into Team Green's engineering wins and absolute failures. I've combed through reliability data, owner forums with hundreds of thousands of combined miles, and mechanic insights. Some Kawasaki engines are bulletproof diesel trucks and sport bike clothing, while others will have you checking your oil constantly. Let's get into it. The 3 worst Kawasaki engines. Number 3, the 2008 to 2009 KLR 650 single, the oil drinker. The KLR 650 has been an adventure bike legend since 1987, but when Kawasaki launched the redesigned 2008 model after 21 years, something went catastrophically wrong. This 652cc single-cylinder thumper developed an insatiable appetite for oil that left riders checking their dipsticks constantly. Here's the brutal truth. Early 2008 KLR 650s consumed roughly 1/4 oil every 750 to 1,000 miles at highway speeds. Some owners reported burning a liter of oil in just 500 miles at sustained 80-mile-per-hour cruising. One long-term tester documented 1 liter per 500 miles at a steady 5,000 RPM, which is bonkers for a modern 4-stroke. The root cause? Manufacturing tolerances in the pistons and cylinders weren't to spec. Piston rings didn't seal properly, allowing oil to leak past and burn off. Blue smoke from the exhaust became the calling card of early Gen 2 KLRs. Kawasaki replaced piston rings under warranty, but even after new rings, oil consumption remains stubbornly high. This is especially frustrating because the KLR's design is deliberately simple and understressed. Running at 5,000 RPM should be easy for any competent single. Cost-cutting and rushing to modernize resulted in an engine that functioned more like a 2-stroke. The KLR community developed the Eagle Mike 685 Big Bore kit specifically to address oil consumption. When riders spend hundreds boring out brand new cylinders, there's a serious problem. Beyond oil consumption, these KLRs suffered the infamous doohickey problem, a weak counterbalance adjustment lever that could fail and scatter metal throughout the engine. Combined with deep hole syndrome, where the kickstart idler gear shaft hole was drilled too deeply, 2008 to 2009 models were particularly problematic. But if you think a quart per 1,000 miles bad, wait until you hear about the cruiser engine that had owners checking 3 different fluid levels before every ride. Number 2, the Vulcan 1700 V-Twin, the clunky complainer. Kawasaki spent over 4 years developing the Vulcan 1700s, 1700cc V-Twin, releasing it in 2009 as their flagship cruiser power plant. On paper, it delivers impressive torque and smooth power. In reality, this engine became known for an orchestra of annoying mechanical noises and enough quirks to make owners question what engineers did during those 4 years. The signature issue? Belt whine that sounds like a dental drill. The belt drive squeaks and whines when dirty or misaligned, which happens frequently. Forums are flooded with owners asking, "Can't get rid of this belt whining." Variations. This wasn't a problem on the older 1600 models, suggesting the 1700 redesign introduced new headaches. Then there's the gearbox clunk. Shifting into first sounds less like precision engineering and more like dropping a wrench in a bucket. While some riders prefer this positive feel, many find it embarrassingly loud. First-time Vulcan 1700 riders routinely wonder if something's broken. Again, the 1600 didn't exhibit this commotion. Deceleration popping is another charming characteristic. Close the throttle and the exhaust pops and bangs constantly. While exhaust popping happens on many bikes, the Vulcan 1700 seems particularly prone, requiring exhaust mods and ECU tuning most riders shouldn't need. The engine also runs significantly hotter than its predecessor. Riders complain about excessive heat, especially during stop-and-go traffic. Heat management became such an issue that owners developed aftermarket solutions specifically to avoid cooking their left leg during summer rides. Here's what makes this sting. Mechanically, the Vulcan 1700 is quite reliable. Owners routinely rack up 50,000 plus miles without major issues, but reliability means more than not blowing up. It means not annoying you with doom-sounding noises, not requiring specific operating babying, and not making you wish you'd bought the previous generation. A 2015 recall for electrical issues affecting 2009 to 2015 Voyager models didn't help its reputation. That belt wine's annoying, but imagine an engine so problematic it triggered an international recall affecting 18,000 motorcycles for crankshaft failure. Number 1. The 2022 and 2023 Ninja ZX6R 636, the Recall King. This one stings because the ZX6R has been a middleweight icon for decades. But in June 2025, Kawasaki recalled nearly 18,000 Ninja ZX6R motorcycles worldwide. The issue? Assembly line workers over-torqued bolts holding critical crankshaft components, damaging a bushing that then doesn't receive adequate oil. The result is a catastrophic bearing seizure without warning, instantly locking the engine and rear wheel. At highway speeds, this isn't just inconvenient, it's potentially fatal. When engine bearings seize, they lock solid. That power transfers directly to your rear wheel, causing instant lockup. If you're leaned over in a corner at 80 miles per hour, you're going down. No gradual failure, no warning light, no time to react. This wasn't theoretical. The recall came after actual field failures. Assembly line workers had tightened primary drive gear bolts beyond specification, crushing the bushing that maintains oil flow to critical bearings. Without lubrication, those bearings run dry, heat up, and weld themselves to the crankshaft. What makes this egregious is that this is quality control failure at manufacturing level, not a design flaw engineers could miss. Literally, assembly workers use an impact gun set to incorrect specifications that somehow slipped through quality control on 18,000 motorcycles. That's not a few bad units. That's systemic manufacturing oversight failure. Adding insult to injury, in April 2025, recall hit the ZX6R for defective primary drive gear prone to braking unexpectedly while riding. This gear transfers massive power from crankshaft to clutch. When it fails, your engine separates from transmission. 2 major drivetrain recalls in consecutive months? That's a pattern. What really stands out here is that Kawasaki's rush to meet emissions regulations and production deadlines compromised quality control on what should have been bulletproof. The basic 636cc architecture proved incredibly reliable in previous generations. Recent models suffering multiple recalls for assembly and component quality suggests manufacturing standards have slipped. When owners receive recall notices before hitting 10,000 miles, something is fundamentally wrong. Now that we've covered the disappointments, let's flip to the engines that'll outlast your mortgage, starting with the parallel twin that refuses to die. The 4 best Kawasaki engines. Number 4. The Ninja 650 Parallel Twin, the Unkillable Workhorse. The 649cc parallel twin powering the Ninja 650, Versus 650, and Vulcan S represents Kawasaki engineering at its most pragmatic and bulletproof. This engine debuted in 2006 and has been refined over nearly 20 years into one of the most reliable motorcycle engines ever built. We're talking 75,000 to 100,000 miles with just oil changes and valve adjustments. Real-world data shows forum users regularly report Ninja 650s exceeding 115,000 miles on original internals. One owner hit 100,000 miles, changing oil every 5,000 miles with no oil consumption between changes. Another accumulated 70,000 kilometers with 0 issues beyond routine maintenance. These aren't isolated cases. They're the norm. The magic is in the design philosophy. This is a deliberately understressed, conservatively tuned parallel twin making about 67 horsepower at 8,000 RPM. It's not trying to be a super sport screamer. Kawasaki engineered it for massive mid-range torque, smooth delivery, and enough mechanical tolerance to handle abuse without complaining. Here's what mechanics love. Valve adjustments at 15,000-mile intervals typically show valves still within spec. Water pumps occasionally need seals around 50,000 miles, but that's normal wear. The stator might fail at high mileage, but that's electrical, not engine internals. The actual pistons, rings, cylinders, crankshaft, and connecting rods just keep running. Here's where things get interesting. This 649cc twin is more reliable long-term than many Honda engines praised for bulletproof reliability. Consumer Report surveys showed Kawasaki with only 13% problem rates compared to Honda's 14%. While close, it dispels the myth that Honda has a monopoly on reliability. This engine also appears in flat track racing, producing 90 horsepower reliably in race trim. The fact Kawasaki has used essentially the same design for nearly 2 decades tells you everything. When something works this well, you don't mess with it. That parallel twin's impressive, but wait until you see what Kawasaki's biggest Inline-Four can do with proper maintenance over 6-figure mileage. Number 3. The ZX14R, 1441cc Inline-Four, the distance destroyer. The Ninja ZX14R's 1,441cc Inline-Four is genuinely one of motorcycle engineering's most impressive achievements. Since its 2006 debut, this motor has earned a reputation for combining bonkers horsepower with surprising longevity. We're talking about 200 horsepower at 10,500 RPM and 113 pound-feet of torque that owners regularly ride past 90,000 miles without rebuilds. Real-world examples are staggering. One owner documented 90,000 miles on a 2006 model with 0 major engine work, just valve cover gaskets every 30,000 miles. Compression remained excellent, with no oil consumption. Another reported a ZX12R predecessor reaching 69,000 miles with 161 to 165 psi compression and only 6% leak down. Valve clearances on these high-mileage bikes often stay within spec and never require adjustment. The 2012 revision brought displacement from 1352cc to 1441cc, added variable power modes, integrated Kawasaki traction control, and upgraded cooling with a second radiator fan. These changes specifically targeted durability for extended high-performance use. Pistons got lighter with increased compression and dedicated oil jets for cooling. The crankshaft and connecting rods were strengthened, and the cam chain and tensioner beefed up to handle increased loads. Here's the reliability perspective. This engine makes 200 horsepower while maintaining enough mechanical tolerance to survive. It features sophisticated dual throttle valves, precisely regulating intake airflow with smoother power delivery. The aluminum monocoque frame doubles as the airbox, reducing parts count and potential failure points. But here's what surprises most people. This 1441cc hyperbike engine is provably more reliable than many super sport motors revving up to 16,000 RPM. Those smaller displacement screamers require more frequent valve adjustments, burn through pistons and rings faster, and have much shorter service lives. The ZX14R proves big displacement, high torque engines with lower rev limits can actually outlast their smaller, high RPM siblings when designed properly. That superbike engine is legendary, but there's a sport touring power plant based on it that somehow manages even better long-term reliability. Number 2. The Concours 14 GTR 1400 1352cc Inline-Four, the Iron Horse. The Kawasaki Concours 14's 1352cc Inline-Four represents what happens when you take a proven superbike motor and detune it for touring duty. Based directly on the ZX14 platform but tuned for mid-range torque instead of peak power, this engine has earned a reputation as one of the most reliable sport touring power plants ever built. Motorcycle Consumer News tested a Concours 14 to 30,000 miles in 1 year without a single mechanical issue. That's bulletproof. The engine produces 156 horsepower at 8,800 RPM and 103 pound-feet of torque at 6,200 RPM. While lower than the ZX-14R's output, they're perfectly suited for eating highway miles in complete comfort. The real magic is Kawasaki's variable valve timing system, derived from Mitsubishi's motor's car technology. This continually adjusts intake camshaft phasing by up to 24 degrees as RPMs rise and fall, optimizing power delivery across the rev range while improving fuel efficiency. Here's what makes this engine special. Owners genuinely expect 300,000 miles with proper maintenance. That's based on the historical reliability of Kawasaki's big inline-fours and specifically the ZX-14 architecture this motor derives from. The detuned nature means it's working even less hard than the already reliable ZX-14R. Lower peak RPMs, less stress, and touring-focused reliability engineering combine to create something special. Shaft final drive eliminates chain maintenance and is practically indestructible. While chains need replacement every 15 to 25,000 miles and constant adjustment, the Concours 14 shaft drive will outlast multiple owners without requiring attention beyond fluid changes. This is a huge win for long-distance touring where reliability trumps the minor weight penalty of drive shaft. What stands out most here is that the Concours 14's engine is actually superior to BMW's K1300 GT for long-term reliability, despite BMW's reputation. The German bike costs significantly more, uses more complex technology that can fail, and doesn't have the proven track record of Kawasaki's Big Fours. If you thought that touring engine was impressive, the number one spot goes to a motor so reliable that drag racers still choose it decades later. Number 1. The ZX-10R 998cc Inline-Four, the Indestructible Screamer. The Kawasaki ZX-10R's 998cc Inline-Four shouldn't be this reliable given how hard it works. This is a leader bike superbike motor making north of 200 horsepower while revving past 14,000 RPM. Everything about it screams frequent rebuilds required. Yet, owners consistently report reliability rivaling far less stressed engines. This is the motor that old-school drag racers still build into their bikes because they know it won't grenade mid-pass when pushing 300-plus horsepower. Here's the reality check that surprises everyone. ZX-10R engines regularly see 40 to 50,000 miles without needing major work. One documented 2004 model hit 50,000 miles with leak down at just 6%, basically brand new compression specs. Valve clearances remained within specification, requiring no adjustment. Another owner ran their ZX-10R to 64,000 miles with 161 to 165 psi compression at 69,000 miles. These are leader bike engines being ridden hard and still maintaining excellent mechanical condition. The secret is Kawasaki's obsessive attention to metallurgy and manufacturing tolerances. Pistons are forged rather than cast. Connecting rods are precision balanced, and crankshaft materials are chosen for strength under extreme loads. The valve train uses finger followers and lightweight titanium valves that can reliably handle 14,000 RPM operation. Oil passages are designed to ensure every critical bearing gets lubrication even during hard cornering and acceleration. Here's what the data actually shows. The ZX-10R's engine is more reliable than Honda's CBR 1000RR from the same era. Honda had well-documented issues with the early CBR 1000RRs consuming oil and developing ticking engines that needed overhauls.